Hello everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for next week's 10 days. For today's video, day 10 will take us around the 14th of September. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that. We have studied GFS and ECM ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks. And we'll have a look at CFSB2 at the end of the video for October for the first time, I think. So I'll get on that very shortly. Just say about the two videos released today. We did the European Outlook. So European Outlook Day is changing. That's going to be moving to Thursday as the USA forecast is moving to Wednesday. A lot of changes coming up next week to incorporate winter updates. And also we released GMA Friday. Of course, that won't be changing. The name does what it says on the tin, or video does what the name says on the tin, however the saying goes. So JMA Friday will be remaining on a Friday. Don't worry about that. It won't become JMA Tuesday or something like that. So there are two videos we've released so far. We've got your 10 to 14 day video update, that I'll get on with very shortly. There may or may not be a live stream tonight after 10 o'clock, very briefly. I don't know. I've got a lot to do to start getting the analogues together for the winter. For the winter update, first winter update coming up this weekend, Sunday and Monday. So I'm going to do that, and it just depends what time I have later on today. Alright then, so let's get on with 10 to 14 day video update. Going to start off in the tropical Atlantic. We have got 4 areas of interest. So first of all, we've got Omar. We've got Tropical Depression Omar here in the middle of the North Atlantic, or nearly in the middle of the North Atlantic. In maximum sustained winds of 30 miles per hour, with a minimum set pressure of 1,006 millibars, moving east at 17 miles per hour. This system should very, very soon be done with. So it's going to go post-tropical at any minute, becoming a true post-tropical depression at any minute, and sort of moving northwards and dissipating there somewhere to the south of Iceland. So that's Omar. We've got 3 yellow X's. Let's deal with them one by one. We've got this one just here. That's disturbance 1 with a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours and a 10% chance in the next 5 days. So I don't think we need to worry too much about that one. We've got 2 yellow X's much further south in the tropical Atlantic. So one just here, one just here. Let's deal with them individually. So that one is disturbance 2. That one has a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days. And a 40% chance in the next 5 days. And then lastly, we have disturbance 3. Now, this is the one to watch, perhaps. This has a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but a 70% chance in the next 5 days. With this one, they're saying a tropical wave located just west of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Gradual development of this system is expected as it moves westward to west-northwestwards, and a tropical depression is likely to form early next week when the system reaches the central tropical Atlantic. That could well be our next tropical storm, possibly even hurricane. This one could do 40% chance. There is possibility that could also become a tropical storm, but I think there's a much higher chance that might do. So anyway, that's brought you up to date what's going on there. Moving back to home, so these were GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. Looking at London at Old Wetter Central today, the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average. So you can see that at the moment we're actually quite close to average, but we're going to go cooler. We're going to go cooler in the next few days. You're going to see the upper air temperatures dropping in the next few days. So over the weekend into the early part of next week, it will become quite cool for a time. But later on next week, going to warm up again. We lift the temperature up before we drop it down again, going cooler there as we go through the second week of September. And then the temperature lifts up again around the middle part of the month. So as we said in yesterday's video, the video was entitled Alternating Air Masses for September or something like that. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be alternating the air masses. At times we'll be cool, at times we'll be warmer, and this is all very, very typical of September, really, which is a month where we do get lots of alterations to the air mass. There are some very warm outliers. These up here are properly hot outliers. That gold coloured on something is actually going to 20 degrees at 850 HP, which would be very, very hot for the middle of September, very unusual. They're probably overdone, though they're over top. But yeah, it does look as though like this middle part of September could well see something of a warming trend, definitely. Precipitation-wise, quite a bit of dry weather coming up, actually, over the next week. There should be quite a bit of dry weather, but like from next weekend onwards, I suppose, or the end of next week through to like weekend of 12th, 13th of September, beyond that, into the middle and second half of the month, it becomes more unsettled. So we have these precipitation spikes appearing there, and there will be showers, if not some longer spells of rain coming through then. Temperature anomalies from the 4th through to 12th of September are going to be very close to average, not a particularly big deviation either way. Precipitation anomalies are going to be drier than average through most parts of the UK and most parts of Ireland as well. This is how the UK Met Office model is looking for Monday. So on Monday, you've got high pressure ridging in from off the Atlantic. That will bring plenty of dry weather. And this goes on into Tuesday as well. Temperatures potentially can get into mid-20s Celsius with this, but I think we might have a lot of cloud. So if the sun was to come out all day down across southern England, I think by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we could get the temperature to around like 25, 77 Fahrenheit. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your point of view, I think there will be quite a lot of cloud with this high pressure, and that of course will limit temperature potential much more towards the upper teens to low 20s Celsius, but it will feel quite warm and humid, I think, through the middle part of next week. The high pressure sort of reorientates itself, pulls out to west a little bit, and allows cooler air to begin to move in from the northwest. So that's how we look as we get to Thursday. As far as we can go with UK Met, it's to Thursday, the 10th of September. Still more or less under high pressure, especially for England and Wales, but Scotland it will be a little bit more unsettled. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking. So again, for England and Wales, a lot of dry weather coming through, some showery rain up across Scotland. As we go through to Tuesday and Wednesday, again, the idea is we've got high pressure to the south and southwest country, bringing the weather system into the north, so there'll be a band of rain moving to Scotland. But for England and Wales, it's potentially very warm, just depends how much sunshine there will be. Second half of next week begins to turn more unsettled, especially so to the north, bringing low pressure and spells of rain in towards Scotland and Northern Ireland. And as we go into the weekend of the 12th, 13th of September, again, increasingly unsettled for Scotland and Northern Ireland with showers and longer spells of rain. But for England and Wales, probably not too bad. Mainly dry close to this ridge of high pressure. Into the more extended range to daytime and beyond, then it turns properly unsettled and autumnal with low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic. And this, by the way, is the remains. This is just here around the Azores by the 20th of September. That is the remains of a tropical storm or a hurricane. GM looks like that. So again, we've got this ridge into the southwest on Monday. Should bring a lot of dry weather with it. Mainly dry, quite warm through the early to middle part of next week. Could potentially get very warm in the south. Depends how much sunshine there is. Then the high pressure begins to pull out to west. Low pressure deepens to the north of Scotland. We bring wet and windy weather in from the north and west. So head up towards day 10 with GM. Again, it's looking quite unsettled with low pressure bringing spells of rain too. ECM WF looks like that. So again, we've got the ridge down to the southwest, building into the country through the early to middle part of next week. Will turn warm to very warm down in the south, and then later on turns more unsettled in the north. But for England and Wales, probably hanging on to dry weather through most of next week actually, before it finally turns unsettled in all areas as you get through to the weekend, 12th, 13th of September, and cooler as well. Although you notice the ridge is back in again by day 10, Monday the 14th of September. This is the rainfall forecast based on that ECM run from tometeo.com. So yes, we've got showery bursts in the northwest today, and over the weekend showers will be particularly in the north and the west, but it will be drier across southern and eastern areas. Heading into next week, again, quite a bit of dry weather coming up. Though some showery rain, in fact more persistent rain sometime around the 12th, that's Saturday the 12th of September, turning quite wet across England and Wales just briefly. And then by day 10 we're back into mostly dry weather, away from the far northwest where there is some showery rain. So these are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 14th of September. We have 31 members of the ECM ensemble showing high pressure over the top of the country, and low pressure is away to the northwest, but jet stream doing something like that, pushing northwards. bring a lot of dry and fine weather. The next option with 20 just here, much more unsettled, low pressure coming through the country, showers if not longer spells of rain with that one. So looks like the East ensembles at day 10 are favouring high pressure, 31%, 60% to 20, 39%, so 60-40 towards high pressure really. But that is quite a significant minority option. That's a very significant minority that's like cool and unsettled there in 10 days time. In 2 weeks time, these are the options that we've got. This is going to get us to the 19th of September. We have 15 members of the East ensembles again with low pressure over the country, high pressure pulled out into the middle of the Atlantic, so again going to be quite cool and unsettled with that. 14 has high pressure to our east, winds are coming in from the east direction, going to be mainly dry, probably quite warm with that. 11 with low pressure over top of the country, got low pressure over the country, bringing showers on the spells of rain, and another 11 down here with a ridge building in from west and going eastwards. It's going to be mostly dry. Mostly dry with that, I would have thought. Probably quite warm. So yeah, it's very variable, isn't it? We've got like 15 ensemble members up here that look probably unsettled, and combine that with another 11, so that gets you like 26 members of the ECM ensembles that are really unsettled in 2 weeks' time. 14 and 11. So it's actually a 50-50 split, isn't it, between the ensemble members that are settled and the ensemble members that are unsettled. So where we go, like in days 10 to 14, does remain to be seen. Finally, this Atlas FSV2 is forecasting October. So this is the FSV2 700 millibar high dummy for October with low pressure to our north, high pressure is to the south, winds are coming in from a westerly direction. There should be quite a lot of unsettled weather with that in the north, but down in the south, closer to that ridge, probably keeps southern areas a little bit drier again. Hints of northern blocking as well, you'll note. So it's quite a strange anomaly actually, that with sort of high heights to the south, but also to the far north as well, and then lower pressure to here through here. Quite a strange anomaly. The temperature anomaly is forecast to be slightly above average, going for a slightly warmer than average October, and no particular signal for the rainfall anomaly either. So that all looks very sketchy as well, really, doesn't it? October looks very sort of sketchy as well. Right then, that's it. So that's it for videos for today. So yeah, we've got a big weekend of updates coming up, of course. As I said at the start of the video, it is the first weekend of the first winter update. But that's on Sunday. So tomorrow we've got like weekend forecast coming up. Have 10 to 14 debut update as well tomorrow. And then on Sunday, it's a big one at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We will be releasing the first Winter 2020-21 update part 1, and then the first Winter 2020-21 update part 2, focusing on the analogues, will be released at 8 PM on Monday. We're splitting up the winter updates this year, so instead of having 1 hour-long epic, we have 2 parts for the winter updates every week. And they'll hopefully run around half an hour. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more manageable for everybody to be able to watch those, and for me to be able to record them as well, by the way. So I won't be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night, Sunday morning, recording, processing, uploading, and all of that. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be a little bit easier for everybody. It's a very, very big change this, and we'll just have to see how it goes. There'll also be a live stream, of course, after winter update is released on Sunday evening at 6 PM. So a big old weekend coming up at GavsWeatherVids. I know so many of you are waiting for the start of the winter updates, and here we go again. They are on their way. This weekend, Sunday, we will have your first Winter 2020-21 update part 1. There may be a live stream after 10 o'clock tonight. I'll just have to see how I get on with the analogues this evening. So that may be coming up for you tonight. But just watch the social media pages, watch the community page at the channel and so on. And there'll be an update sometime in the evening to let everyone know how I'm getting on, or whether a live stream is looking doable after 10 o'clock or not. But there'll definitely be a live stream on Sunday after that first winter update is released. Okay, so big weekend. Do keep checking back to all of the updates if you'd like to do that. For today's videos, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.